Guys, so I'm really excited to talk about the Jaclyn and Morphe Hill Master Collection today. Yeah, I'm super excited. I've had these for like a long time since they literally first launched, and I've been putting off trying them just so you guys can see like my first impressions of them and my review of them and my honest opinion of them. The Master Collection is only available on the Morphe website as well as the individual brushes are also only sold online at Morphe. However, you can buy the two different packages of brushes at Ulta stores, and I think even some Sephora Canadian stores. But the Master Collection has 24 brushes in it. 24. Now, a lot of people talk about the price point and they're like, no. But there's 24 brushes in it. So it does, the full Master Collection does retail for $165. That is $6 each, guys. Like, you may think, oh my god, $165, why would I spend that on makeup? But the reality of it is it's $6 each. $6, that's it. That is so cheap for the, oh my god, the quality of these brushes. Could you even imagine? Like, you think about like IT brushes or Real Technique brushes, those even run like $8 to $25 each. Or these individually are even $24, $10, $8. So to be able to buy these as a package deal, and that's not even including the discount codes you guys could use. You know, Jaclyn obviously has one. I will link her video down below. Guys, it would be $265 including the case if you bought these all separately. You're literally saving like $100 plus if you use your discount code. Also, you get free shipping on Morphe over $60 if you live in the US. So that's amazing. That's literally your... Guys, like I don't think people understand like what you're really getting for your money. They also have offered this too as well. It's this new thing called Afterpay, and you make 4 payments once every 2 weeks, and it breaks it down into 4 increments. And so like if you don't have the money right now and you really want them and you're like saving for them, you can just use that. There's no interest fee, so they're not adding any money to it. You're literally just paying payments on it. So that's amazing as well. They are cruelty free. I had to look this up. I didn't find this on their site. I found this on a blog that they are cruelty free, which is amazing. They do not associate with any animal testing facilities, which is amazing. But they do have natural and synthetic brushes in this kit. The natural ones are better for talc-based products and synthetic ones are better for cream and liquids. I also found that on that website as well when I was looking up kind of like information about it. But this is an amazing deal for how many brushes you get. You literally will probably not need any other brushes besides liner and brows and lips if you even like to have lip brushes. I don't. I just don't need them. But yeah guys, like you're literally getting so much for your money. So please continue watching. I'm going to go through every one of the brushes. I'm going to apply them on my face. I'm going to tell you how I feel, straight up, straight, honest review and first impressions of these. I definitely wanted to go in hard on these because I know that with reviews, if you guys go out and buy these things, you're spending your money. So I want to be completely honest in these reviews, so any money that you do spend will be very well spent. And yeah, let's just get into it. This is what the package looks like, or the case, I guess. It's a hard case, which is amazing. I love these for travel. I do have the snakeskin version of this one as well, and these are literally the best for traveling with brushes because they are that hard case that protects the bristles for your brushes. And it literally, so it just has like a little crack in the corner here, and you just open it up like this, and it holds all of your brushes inside. Now these all did come with plastic wrapping over them. I took them off, but it's nice that they come with that plastic wrapping because that protects your brushes while they are in transit from Morphe's, wherever they ship from. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly go through all of the brushes, tell you what they are, what she says to use them for, if they're synthetic or real, what the price point is for individual purchase, stuff like that, just to kind of go through everything. I was going to make a shorter video just kind of telling you guys what the brushes are, but I think that's kind of pointless. You guys can kind of do that on your own if you didn't want to watch the video or whatever. But anyways, so I'm just going to go through them 1 all the way through 43. There's not 43 brushes obviously, but that's the numbers that they go through. So the first one is JH01. This one is called the powder brush. It is synthetic. Usually Morphe brushes that are synthetic, they have the brown at the bottom and the white at the top. It retails for $24 on its own. Jaclyn says it is the go-to brush for full coverage. I don't know if she means what kind of full coverage she means, because it is a powder brush, so I don't know if she means like a powder foundation or whatnot, but that is what she said on the website. I will say this is super soft. I do love synthetic bristles. They are just really soft and they usually stay that way throughout cleaning. The second one is JH02. This one is called the bronzer brush. This one is natural haired brush. Usually Morphe's natural haired brushes are this white color, but these tend to not wash or wear as well through washes. That's the only thing I don't like about them. They kind of lose their softness. They're still not as soft as synthetic ones. This does retail for $24 on its own. Jaclyn says it's a perfect shape and you don't get too much of a punch when you apply it. So not too much bronzer, it's easy blendable is what she's saying. And then the next one is the JH03. This one again is synthetic. It retails for $16. It is called the Ride or Die Foundation. It's got like this flat top to it. It's pretty dense and it's pretty soft. Jaclyn says it's dense and it packs on an amazing amount of product. So this will probably give you full coverage. The next one is the JH04. Again, it's synthetic. It is called the Blush Brush and retails for $14. Again, super soft. Jaclyn says it has a perfect angle. It's soft and it's not too dense, which I agree. It is not too dense. It's pretty flexible, so that's good for blush because you don't want to look like a clown. The next one is the JH05. This is the Perfect Contour Brush. It is actually natural haired, and it is $16. She says it's used for contour and bronze and it never applies too much. I could actually see this even as a foundation brush for just like a not as full coverage look. And I don't know, I kind of think this is a brush that I don't have already, which is nice to have. The next one is the JH06. It looks like this. This is called the My Everything brush. It is a natural brush. It retails for $14 and Jaclyn says she uses it for everything. I don't know what she means by that because this definitely does not work for everything. I say it would probably be like a good highlighter blush brush, either like contour and bronze, but I would not, I don't know, maybe an under eye powder, but I wouldn't use this for foundation, regular powdering all over, nor my eyes. So I don't know. We will see what I will use this one for. I'm not totally sure yet. This one is the JH07. Looks like this. This is called the Under Eye Powder. It's synthetic and it retails for $10. And Jaclyn says she uses it for her under eye, her bake, and contour. This guy actually would be really perfect for under eye setting powder. I could even see for like a little bit more definition in the contour area. And of course baking. I usually don't normally bake. I just don't really see a good point in baking, but that's just my opinion. The next one is JH08. Looks like this. I do have a similar brush to this. This one is called the Anything Creamy and it is synthetic and retails for $10. Jaclyn says she uses it on the under eye, cream contour, and foundation. I use this for, I have a similar one from Morphe. I use it for my concealer. It just has a really good density to it. Of course it is synthetic, and it just gives a good coverage. So of course you want your concealer to have good coverage, so you would use something like this. You could use it for anything cream. You could really use it for cream contour. That would be perfect for it. But personally I use these for concealer. And the JH09 is called the Glow Baby Glow. And it is a natural brush. It retails for $9. And JACLYNS says it can give sheer to intense highlight coverage. I do have one similar. It is definitely not the same. I actually like this one a little bit better. I'm going to show you on my dirty brushes. Oops. This is the M510, which is like way bigger. I don't know if it's just because I wash or whatnot. Again, I don't like that the natural ones don't have that as good as the wear, but that's really just with all natural bristles for any brushes. They just don't have that good of a longevity, but I do love that this is a little bit more thin than the other one. Alright, so the next one is the JH10. This one is called the Snatcher Edges. It is synthetic and it is $10. JACLYNS says I use it for cat eyeshadow and nose snatching, which she does. I do have one similar to this. I don't know where it's at right now, but I do use it for cream contour and to create a better shadow for like cat eye looks, which I've seen her do before, which I love. You could even use it for cleaning up your contour and stuff like that. I sometimes do that as well. Alright, and then the next one is the JH30. This one is called Beast Mode Blender. It is a natural fiber hair bristle and it is $8. JACLYNS says it's fat, fluffy, soft, and gives even sheer color. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, I haven't used it yet, so we will see how it performs, and yeah, I'm excited. And then the JH31, this one is the Fluffy Blender. It is natural and it is $8. JACLYNS says it's precise, smooth, and blendable. So it's just like a little bit more of a tapered, smaller version of the last one. And then the next one is the JH32. This one is a transition blender. It is natural and is $8. JACLYNS says it's her favorite for the crease. This one is just like a little bit taller and thinner than the last one that we just looked at. The next one is the JH33. This one is a universal blender. It is natural and retails for $8. JACLYNS says, where was I? Whoops. JACLYNS says it's a favorite blender of all time. Now this one I actually do really like. This one's a little bit flatter here, and then it's actually pretty short, which I like too as well, so that kind of gets in there good. The next one is the JH34. This one, it is called Carve Your Crease. It is natural and retails for $8. JACLYNS says it's perfect for blending your cut crease, which is very, very narrow, very, very small. Definitely packed in well, but just smaller than the last few that we looked at. The next one is the JH35. This one is called the Upper Crease. It's natural, retails for $8. JACLYNS says she uses it a little higher than the crease. Comparing it to the last one, they are really similar. Now let me flip it a little bit. Yeah, these are super similar. The only thing that I noticed is that this first one that we looked at is a little bit more tapered and less flat than the second one we looked at. Alright, the next one is the JH36. This one is called the Eye Buffer. It's natural and retails for $8. JACLYNS says I use when I'm done with her look, and it's the finishing touch. So this one you kind of just use all over as a finishing touch. It's almost got like a flat top to it. I'm not sure if I really like this brush or even if I will use it, but I'm definitely going to try it out. And then the next one is the JH37. This one is the Buffer Blender brush. It is natural and retails for $6. JACLYNS says it really gets in there and buffs. So again, it's basically a shorter version of the last one. So I guess it really gets in there and buffs. But we will see what I'll use this for. I'm really not sure. I definitely don't have anything like it though. Alright, the next one is the JH38. This one is the Perfect Pencil. It is natural and it retails for $6. Jaclyn says she uses it for under eye color and to buff out liner, which I could totally see. I have one similar to it, a little bit less dense and a little bit shorter, but you can definitely use it to get under your eye for shadow. The next one is the JH39. This one is the inner corner highlight. It's synthetic and it is $6. Jaclyn just says, you know, the name says it all. I kind of agree. You could even use this for even closer color to the under eye as well. I'm sure you could use this for a lot of different things. It's probably multi-use, purposeful. The next one is the JH40. This one is the Precise Blender. It is natural and it's $6. Jaclyn says she uses it for anything beyond your natural everyday look. It's super tiny, super pointy, super dense. So you could definitely use this for some different stuff. The next one is the JH41. This one is the all over lid. It is a blend of natural and synthetic. It is $8. Jaclyn says it's perfect to like pack on the color on your lid. It has the perfect density used to apply glitter, cream, or powder. This would even be good to cut crease. If you're using concealer on your eye to cut your crease, this would be perfect for it. I actually just bought a Morphe one that I like a little bit better for cut creases though. It's just a tiny bit different, but this one is good as well. Alright, the next one is the JH42. This one's the Brown Bone Highlight Natural, $4. Jaclyn says she uses it for obviously the name, the Brown Bone Highlight, and it's also good for spotlight, which again is good. Even inner corner highlight, you could use it as well. The next one, and last but not least, is JH43. This is the Eyeliner Smudger. It's synthetic, $4, and you can dip it in shadow and buff out your lash line, which I agree. I have one of these and I use it for getting closer and more packed color on the under eye. They also sell the case separately. I noticed it was sold out online when I checked it today, but it might be back in stock soon. That retails for $22 and it's totally honestly worth it. If you travel at all with brushes, even just a few or a lot, like a ton, like 24, you can obviously fit them in there. And it's perfect for it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm just going to use these brushes, tell you how I feel. Alright, so I'm going to start off by using my primer, of course. I'm just mixing the Smashbox Primerizer and the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, yeah. These ones I just love mixing them together because it's hydrating and it gives a radiance without being like too crazy, and it doesn't make me greasy either. And I just go ahead and use my fingers for this. I don't like using brush for it. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the MAC. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and go in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This is in the shade C2. I just apply this to my under eye area, and it's super moisturizing, which I love, and it doesn't give too much of a coverage, so you don't have to like worry about being cakey. And there's just a few places that I like to apply it. And then I'm going to go in with the JH08. Again, this is the little cream one, which I said I use for concealer. And just going in and buffing that out. I even go in with the excess and go over my eyelid just so that you can't see the veins in my eye once I apply eyeshadow and everything. Gosh, I'm so white. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is the Becca Refresh and Set, I think it's called. Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I love this powder. I don't powder my whole face, I only powder certain areas. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the JH07. I just powder my oily areas that I get oily throughout the day, which is my under eye and my like cheek right here. I also set my eyelids so that they don't crease. Then I go down my nose, and the sides of my nose get really oily. The middle of my forehead gets oily, and then my chin. I actually really love this brush. It's like perfect for just the powder areas that I like to powder in. Alright, I'm going to go in with the JH09 and the Lorac Daylight Highlighter. Again, I've never used this one either, so you're going to give it a try. Oh! Oh my god. Yes. I love how small this is right now because I don't like getting super like all over my cheek with my highlight. And I feel like my other Morphe one has gotten to that point where it just spreads way too much product everywhere. Lorac needs to come out with more colors of highlight, like seriously. Okay, so she did not, the only thing I'm really like salty about is she did not create a brow brush or an eyeliner brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera because I already did a brow routine, so you guys know how I do my brows. I'm just gonna go ahead and do them off camera and then we'll come back to eyes. So I zoomed you guys in just a little bit so you guys can see what is going on. I'm actually just gonna go in with the appropriate Jaclyn Hill Boss Bling Boss palette. I'm just gonna do a simple look just so you guys can see how the brushes perform. There are so many blending brushes, I like don't know where to begin. Like seriously, so many. Oh my lord. I really hope I was recording that entire time. Balls. Okay, if I didn't record that, I used the JH32 initially to go in with the Hush Hush color, and then I kind of blended the edges out right here because I was having trouble with it. Oh, that's the wrong one. With the JH36, which is a flatter top, it was just it was making it very patchy in color, and I know that this formula is not patchy because I've used it before, so I know it's not patchy, but for some odd reason it was making it patchy. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with, this one is JH33. Oh goodness. Actually no, just kidding. I'm gonna go in with the JH31, and I'm gonna go in with the color Rockstar, which is this guy right here. Goes perfect with my yellow nails, don't you think? And then this is just gonna go more into the crease, like really getting in there. And like obviously these are super pigmented, but this definitely is picking up the color very well, so that's greatly appreciated. And it's just, oh my god, it's blending like a dream, which is great because I don't like doing the work, so please do the work. Nobody likes sitting here and blending for 30 minutes, okay, but it's a reality. Then I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, but I'm actually gonna take Rockstar and Hush Hush, and oh god, that was way too much. Jesus, Taylor. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix them together. Jesus Christ, that was too much. Cool. So I'm gonna go in with Hush Hush a little bit more, just a dab of Rockstar, a dab, like tap off the excess, and just blend that a little bit further. It really helps. I think one of the best things I've learned from school is that it really helps blending two colors to add them both onto your brush. I'm gonna go in with JH34. This brush makes me nervous for some odd reason. I just think it's the way it's like angled this way. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but it's bothering me. Anyways, It's really pointy. So I'm going to go in with the color Mystic, which is this guy right here. And this is going to just build up the deepness of this color right here. I'm just going to kind of pack it on the outer corner and a little bit into the crease. Oh yeah. This is just so pretty. I love these colors together, honestly. Oh my god. Is anybody else like obsessed with this, or is it just me? Cool. Now I'm gonna go in with the JH31, which she said is good for packing onto the lid. Let's go in, oh gosh, I don't know. I wanna go in with Bling Bling, but I also kinda wanna go in with Ballsy. Let's do Ballsy. So this one is Ballsy. We're gonna go in with her first. I'm just gonna kinda like shimmy it into the shadow. I don't even think I've used this shadow before. Okay, and we're just gonna pack onto it. Okay, so I'm going to take, oh goodness, so many to choose from. Alright, I'm going to take the JH38. I'm going to take that Hush Hush color and I'm going to apply it to the lower lash line. I will say this brush is a little bit stabby, which is probably because it's real hair and not synthetic, so it's not very kind and forgiving to the eyes. And if it's one thing I hate, it is when it's stabby on my under eye, because who wants to be stabbed in their under eye? So I'm not too fond of this brush right now. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't think that you should buy this individually at all. I mean, it does come in a kit, but I'm really, I don't know. I don't want to say agitated, but kind of, because I don't like, eye brushes should not be pokey. They should just not. And it bothers me that it is pokey and stabby. Like it just, they're too rough. Like it's just too rough. Alright, I'm going to go in with this guy, JH39. I'm going to take that Rockstar color very carefully, tapping off all the excess, and go a little bit closer to my lash line. Oh my god, this is honestly so gorgeous. Like, look at it. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and go in with the JH43 and the Mystic color, and I'm going to put that really close to my lash line, like right up against it. Only on the outer corner though. I normally do not do a brow highlight, so I'm just not going to do one of those today, but we will go in with the inner corner highlight. I'm going to use this guy to just blend this out a little bit better, because it's bothering me. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. We're going to go in with that Lorac highlighter, and let's use the JH42, because this is normally the kind of brush that I like to use for my inner corner highlights. Okay, I made it just a smidge darker so you guys can actually see what's happening, because I just, it was too bright in here, and yeah, it's too bright. The exposure was up too much. But this is pretty much all I'm going to do for the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and add liner and lashes, and by lashes I mean mascara, because I don't want to wear lashes today. But I'm also going to add a lip, and then we'll come back. I'm going to do some setting spray. We'll talk about the brushes. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I definitely loved how it turned out. I'm gonna be real, I love it. I do love the brushes. Like, the only real problem I had with is some of them are real hair brushes. They do not, the longevity, the life of them does not last as long as synthetic brushes. So I do not like that. I think they're a little bit more pokey. They kind of lose their shape as you wash them, and I really just don't like that. I know that they do work better with certain types of products. However, they're just not good for the face. Like, I don't know, they just get too pokey. Like, I had the problem with the under eye. Not happening. I'm not with it. So, I mean, some of them are okay. Like these two guys here, the 34 and 31 were good. It was just this small one, the 38. That's just, it's just stabby. Like, it's just, I don't know. These ones are okay. The rest of them, the fluffier ones, are okay. It's just that small one that's really, I just can't get with it. And then this guy, he actually is soft at the top, but I just have a feeling that he's not gonna stay that way. But anyways, other than that, I did not try out all of the brushes, but it kind of gives you guys an idea of what to expect from the collection and what you're getting as well. I fell in love with the bronzing brush I used, which is the number 05. I love it. And I honestly don't mind, sorry, what's going on with my hair? I honestly don't mind the foundation brush, which I didn't expect. And I love the blush brush. I loved all the face brushes that I used today. I fell in love with them. The eyeshadow brushes were pretty good, except for that one. So yeah, I definitely say it's worth your money. Yeah, for sure. And like, these are like actually really sturdy, and some of them are actually like pretty thick, I would say. Yeah, I kind of want to like test the cleaning of it. This is gonna be terrible. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna take that Rockstar color, and I'm just gonna, because these brushes handles are white. I didn't know how I felt about that. I'm just gonna take a MAC white for you guys to see. Oh yes, thank goodness. Because I was terribly worried. I'm like, OMG, like I'm gonna get these so dirty, but since they have like that almost like lacquered feel to them, they're good. They're safe to use, which I love, because now I'm like super in love with the white look. Yes, 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 yes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will leave a little follow-up down below about my foundation, how it wears throughout the day using that brush. Right now it looks amazing. I haven't even put any Fix Plus on, but I will do that right now. I actually, I tried the Morphe spray and I hate it, but I like to mix my All Nighter and my MAC Fix Plus together, and it works out perfectly because the longevity and the look of it is just amazing. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I have a lot planned. Hopefully that works out, because that would be amazing. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.